Hi everyone, this is Sandy Create the Heart, and I'm back with my last class of the whole weekend for the Pinkfresh Studio Create and Connect virtual event. So it's a 2-day event, 5 classes over 2 days. We made, 15 projects. It's a lot. So I'm going to be posting on my Instagram every day's projects so that you can see it all together, and let me know what you think is your favorite sweets. And so we did use some of the other product that came with the kit, so I'll mention it as I go along. This one was very different. It was no stamp set. It was the die plus some trash plus the stencil. Okay, and this one required like a little bit of thinking. So you would stencil first and then put your die over it and run it through. So the first one I did, I totally screwed up. I didn't line everything up correctly, so the die just did not work very well. So you gotta use your brain a little bit and stencil so that the die works. So there was that. That was a little bit of a fail. This was my least favorite class, and not because I didn't like the product. I do. I just didn't care for the cards we made, and maybe I don't like the product. I don't know. I'm going to have to see what other people come up with this die to see how I want to use it. I think it's got some cool elements, but to me, these are elements that would go as accompaniments on other cards. Like there's a lot of greenery that could be used for other cards. There's a sun and what do you call those, clouds. So, yeah, it's mostly greenery and clouds. So, I don't know. It was my least favorite. So, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and show you the 2 cards we made. So, this card right here, I used the dry embossing technique for the gold, for the hot foil plate. And so that's on the background. And then it uses the gazebo, which, again, I keep thinking it's a freaking bird cage. And so the greenery is just, and I think part of it too is not knowing exactly how it's going to stencil. So it's very one-dimensional how I stenciled because I didn't really realize how it was going to look. So lesson learned on that I really needed more contrast with the greenery. So something to learn on that one. But it's the bird cage and then all that greenery with little pops of berries or whatever the heck those suckers are. There's a name for those. I forget what they are. But anyway, they're little flowers, not berries, but they look like berries. So just little pops of color there. And like this flower, I would have done in a different color. They told us to do the same color as the sun. It just looks kind of washed out to me. The happy birthday sentiment comes with the kit. It's part of their foiled sentiment pack that you got, or I got. And there's a ton of sentiments left that I could use. But so this is the first card, and you know, it's okay. And then the second card, again, not enough contrast. I don't know. So this one is fairly simple, and it doesn't use all the elements. So it uses all these different colors of leaves that are then placed in a gazebo with the sun and the clouds. And then You Made My Day Brighter is from the foil sentiments. So it's okay. And then this one I like better. It's a lot simpler. It's Lucky to Have a Friend Like You. So that's from the sentiments stamp set we got. And it's gold embossed. I used the frame, and I used a smaller frame over the mini slim card base. And then I used the stenciled pieces just around the corners of that. And so it's very simple, but this is the card that I liked the best. This is the Make and Take out of the 3 cards. So I feel like this particular stamp set, I don't know that we reached its potential in terms of the best use of it. So I don't know that it was necessarily like my favorite. you know, I didn't hate it or anything, but it was definitely not my favorite. So I would have to say that most of the projects that we made, aside from this brown flower one, it's a watercolor because me and watercolors are not bestest friends. This particular one that we did is, you know, there's some amazing, this is the watercolor. So I think it's just a really pretty flower. They all are amazing. So, oh, here's this other one that I really liked. And then I got to use washi. So we made a lot of projects and got a lot of product. So I really enjoyed that, and they did try and show us lots of different techniques. I also really think it was worth it. I think it was $250. We easily got that much in product, easily. A lot of this other accompanying product, I mean, you figure, except for the last one, each class came with 3 items, right? Came with a stamp set, a die, and a stencil. And like the first class also came with the washi. So I think it's pretty good. So we got a lot of things, and it was just a lot of work because I really appreciate the events I go to where they cut the card bases for you and they prep your materials a little bit more, because the prep for this was a lot. I mean, over 2 days to make 15 cards. I do not make that many cards in 2 days. And so this is a lot of work to make this much because all of this was generated by me. We just got a box filled with the product. We supplied all the cardstock except for the watercolor cardstock, but we had to cut that down. We had to die cut everything. We had to cut all of our card bases, plus all of the stamping, embossing, die cutting. We did all of that. So ourselves. So not to say we shouldn't. I'm just saying that for a weekend, it was a lot. So that's why I did each video separately, because also I want to take the time to go over everything. I also have an Instagram. It is Creating with the Heart 2. And that's my Instagram. And you'll see that it has my avatar. That's the same avatar that I use on YouTube. And so I'm going to start doing more posting there. So I'd love if you guys followed me there. And if you're not a subscriber, I'd love if you subscribed. I'm kind of really pushing this summer to get more subscribers because I really think I need to grow my channel. I kind of stay at the same amount of subscribers for a while now. And I do a lot of stuff on my channel, or I'm going to hopefully do more stuff. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. This is Cindy, Creating with the Heart.